Speed limit is 70 here. Let's put it back in the tap shift gate and manually accelerate to 70. Look both ways. Third. Fourth. Guys, this is about quarter throttle in LT1. Fifth. Sixth. And we're just going to throw it in drive. So we're out here on the trail, and I thought I'd show you guys the late model bump shifter from the late model JKs, because it can be confusing for some guys. Now, the rest of the interior is completely stock. This Jeep has got all sorts of stuff in it, but overlooking that, if we look at this shifter, park is park, and you'll see that as I move it through park, reverse, neutral. Now when you get to this point here, you notice we're in neutral, you go back, and that is drive. We've added a gate. I do feel it's a deficiency that Jeep left out a manual gate. If you look at most modern cars with manual shifting, they have a separate gate that you have to put the shifter into, or a separate switch or button. Just going into drive and having that as your bump shifter can create issues. So the way this is set up, if you look on the prindle there, you're going to see it says D and then plus minus. So this is D. Your dog's not going to bump it, your knee is not going to hit it, it's going to stay in drive. Now when we bring this back into the plus minus gate, now we are in the tap shift gate. So if we look up here, you're going to see that it shows the current gear. Now if I bump it up, which is going this way, or down, which is going this way, you're going to see this number move. So I'm going to bump it up. 1, 2, 3. On this trail, let's just say we want to hold it back into second. So let me bring it back into second. What'll happen is this is just set our maximum gear. So now if I take off, we're going to go from first to second, and then we're going to stop there. So let's go. First, second. So now we're in second gear, and you'll notice that it's holding us back. This trail is steep enough to where I would have to ride the brakes if I didn't. So here we are in second, cruising along. And let's just say I wanted to slow down a bit and I didn't want to ride my brakes. Remember, you're in the bump shift gate. So what you're going to do is bump it to the left. You'll see we RPM match shift and we drop down into first gear. Now we're into first gear. Now obviously first gear is too short for this trail. I'm giving it a lot of throttle. So I'm going to bump it up to second. Let's say we go into third. Another option is, let's say you're in third gear, or you're in the gear you want to be. Let's put it back into the regular gate. Now you see we're in drive, and I don't want it to upshift. So all I have to do is pull it back, and it has locked us in second gear now. That's called gear lock. And that works with or without bump shift. So just by going from drive into the tap shift gate will lock you into whatever gear you're in. On the LT engines, it's going to drop you a gear or so. That's the programming GM put into it. I'm not sure why, but that's just how it is. So now that we're going uphill, all we have to do is throw it back into drive. You notice that the indicator says D, it's no longer current gear. And we are in normal automatic again.